So, how are you going to get through the day? The day that's hard. Today, let me speak about the word that's been used by the Lord for me to keep going. Hebrews 12:2 says, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. There are days that's harder than others. There are days it seems like you got it. You would say, this is life. And I know we have those days. We celebrate those days. But what are we going to go and do when our days seems hard and long? So this is the topic that, like, when we are going to go through things in life, it's just very easy to go and become discouraged, become temperamental, and most of the time, the devil is not after your position. He's not after your title. He's not even after the money in the bank. He's after your peace. Because when peace is removed from you, it's very easy to go and disturb the relationships in the house, your husband, your wife, even with the kids, and even co-workers. So why is it very important for us to go and look at everything that's going into our lives through the lens of faith? Because there are days that it seems that the hard days seems going to drag after week, and you realize it's already like another month, then another year. That's what I felt. So when I was going through those times, it's very easy that when you are going to speak to the people around you, they would sense that, oh, she is stressed. And first thing that would have that is our closer circle. Start with the people that we love. Even our kids, they can tell. They are smart. And if we will not be careful, it would strain relationship. And the reason I'm bringing this up to you, because most of us, when we are still continue to live this life, we have all those things. The Word of God says, in this world, you would have tribulation. So what happened? Stripes comes to the family. Stripes come to relationships. Stripes comes to husband and wife. And we don't want the devil to be winning. We want God to really be seen even in the hard season of our life. So what I'm learning is that when the devil planned to go and get all those things that what you have, the first thing he will do is he will remove your peace. And the reason that the peace was removed is because when we are busy doing what we need to do, we all have responsibilities. I know that you have maybe your business, you have your kids you're taking care, you have your work to go, you have this kind of things that go on and on. The list will not stop. When you wake up, like, you already know like what you're going to go and do from 1 to 10, from very moment that you wake up all the way to go and you're going to go back to sleep. But when we allow the Lord to speak to us in the beginning of our day, even give God time in the morning. If you are not a day person, if you are not that person that can wake up so early to spend time with the Lord, but give God some time for your life. One of the things that I realized that when I'm going to go and spend time with the Lord, and God prompted this in my heart to tithe my time. So if you are having this season of your life that there's so many things that drag you from here to there, can I encourage you? Give Jesus some time. I'm not saying that you're going to go and give him like 10 hours of your day. Just make an appointment with the Lord and spend that time with him. Because even that 5 minutes, 10 minutes with the Lord, it's already great time that you spend, that you honor him. And the reason I say that God prompted me to tithe my time is because we have to work something. I have something that I talk about the Lord. And Lord, I was asking him, how can I accelerate these things that we're planning? And that's what he was telling me before I would write. Give me your time. What God was trying to tell me is that before you are going to go and write something, or before you are going to go and make a video, spend time with me, because I can do more with less time. I can give you more ideas in less time. And right now, my problem is not ideas problem. It's structure problem, because God gave me so much ideas what to do next, what's need to be done. That's the power of spending time with the Lord. And why do I have to go and say this? Because one thing is needful. And Mary know that. And when you're going to go and be busy in the world, I'm not saying it's bad. I am very busy, and the people know that if they want to see me, if they're going to go and have something to do with me, either go out for meals or anything fun, they have to make sure that they have scheduled with me, because I am this type of person that I'm really not just busy, but I'm producing something, and I have work, and I have demands that I have to go and take care. And not every time that I could say yes because of the responsibility. But one of the things that I really made sure is that I would sit down on that desk, spend time with the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and show me his heart. There was one time, that was beginning of this year, that I was rushing off. I was done already with my quiet time, and I was just like preparing myself, putting makeup on. And I was standing there in the mirror, and I heard this in my spirit. Edith, you did not ask me what's in my heart today. And I stunned, because the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords would tend to go and allow me to ask him, Lord, what's in your heart? And so I have a few minutes left. I finished my makeup, and then I sat down, and again I was trying to tell him, like, Lord, what is in your heart today? And you know what he was just like telling me is that, just know that I love you so much, that whatever things you are go through today, I allowed it. But my grace is sufficient for you. And if you're watching there right now and you're saying, like, why there are so many hard days that I can feel than good days, can I tell you something? Sometimes you are going to go through those things. It's not because you are being punished or you're sinning. It's because God is going to make you stronger. You have an assignment. You have a call. And it needs a stronger version of you. I did not understand so much about what he spoke that day. But when I go through my days, even today, there's few hours that I just felt like crying. And I heard that voice again. If today what you can do is just cry in my presence. If today what you can do is just trust me. And again, his word, come up and say, for my grace is sufficient for you. And then this has become clearer today. I heard it in my heart. That what are the things that's breaking you right now? It's the same thing that he would use to glorify his name. And it's a privilege to be in that position, because I knew that I can trust you, that you would steward this season, that I can use the wisdom that I'm going to give you this season, this hardship, these things that you're going through. This is something that I will use for so many people along the way. And yes, I was still crying. Yes, this is still hard. You might not be able to articulate it to the people that loves you. You might be surrounded with people that cares for you, that loves you, that prayed for you. But there are seasons in our lives that God wants us to walk. A walk with Him and Him alone. That you might not fully understand, you could not articulate it to the people to pray for you. But I just sense that in that season of time, because He allowed you to know Him in a deeper level. These 3 years that my husband passed away, I was already walking with the Lord when I was younger. I was intentional. I was in the ministry. Then God directed me in another field. And I love it. And then the walk that I have, as if all the trenches, I'm putting my confidence, my experiences, as if it's removed. Because there's another level that I have to walk. And today, these few weeks, I just realized one thing. That I become that person that's not intimidated already with hard things that's going through. Because there's so many shaking that the devil actually wanted to feel like, oh, you're not doing this, that's why it's happening. You're doing this, that's why it's happening. You would not win the devil when you're going to go and try to convince him that, hey, I did this, I did that. No, we are going to go and defeat the devil. He's already defeated foe. He will keep trying. He sounds like a roaring lion. He wants to copy God. But when you understand your calling, when you understand that all these things that's going on, the shaking, the problems, the mountains that you are scaling right now, it's because there is a calling in your life. The fight, it's already done once and for all. Because you realize that He's not after actually for you right now, just what you're going through right now. He's after for the calling and the effect and the witness that you have in the future. So I want to encourage you today. If you're feeling that this is really a hard day, turn it to the Lord. Offer it to the Lord. Cry if you must. That's why the voice that I heard today that was saying, if the things that you can do only today is cry. Cry in the presence of the one who loves you and cares for you. Because even your tears, it's also prayers. Your groan reaches to the throne of God. And when you are going to go through this life, knowing that, yes, there are these things that you have to go through, but it made you stronger. And then you can face whatever you need to face for the next round. Maybe there's problem that you have to face. Maybe there's kind of things that you did not face before and you don't know how to handle. So sometimes I was telling myself, Edith, I forgive you for not knowing how to live like a widow because you were not there then. I forgive you for doing this thing that you did not know yet before. And also at the same time, when the Lord will tell you that my grace is sufficient for you, believe that, because His grace indeed is sufficient for us. I never even realized that I can write a book, that I can do the KDP publishing. 2 years ago, I was really trying my best, train myself. Every time I come back from work, late at night, no one sees me. I would make sure that I studied, and I studied so many things. And I perform, I kind of pay certifications, all the things that I can do. But it seems it's not working. But then I realized that all those training that you went through during the time, it's waiting for the perfect time for God to say, yes, this is the day. And when it's time for me to go back and have the message that I really want to go and share, I just realized that the skill that needed at that point and for the specific task has been given to you at the right time. That's why I'm trying to go and tell you, in the hard season of your lives, in the hard days of your lives, look to Jesus, the author and the finisher of your faith.